Namaskar, namaskar. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi, dear friend, and welcome to another interesting episode of Living Forward. All right, so today we're going to engage in a conversation of possibility. I love possibility conversations, right? Now, possibilities typically we go out, we think of something, then go about creating it. And the possibility conversation that I'm engaging in today is of, of two different things. One is that the individual who wants to create a possibility, and then there are a set of professionals who help this individual create and take their possibility to another level. For me, that's the ideal where the young are given an opportunity. All right. So these kind of things are not very many around, but when there, we really need to celebrate it. So today I take this opportunity to have a conversation with you about hello, answer the call. Do you think it's important to answer the call? I think it's very important to answer the call because there are calls that we are getting. It's about time that we answer it. I'm beginning the conversation by bringing up Priya Mallya, राजीव पलंकी. स्वागत है आप दोनों का. Welcome. So let me first introduce them both. Priya Mallya is the hybrid cloud build team and developer advocacy leader, Asia Pacific IBM. And Rajeev Palanki is the employee experience leader, India Software Labs, IBM. And we are here to talk about, hello, answer the call. So what is answer the call? Who will tell me that? What is answer the call?
Answer the call. Let me answer the call for you, Ashish. Call
Please.
for code is the answer. Call for code is the largest tech for good challenge of its kind. And it calls innovators, developers, coders across the globe to write solutions that are practical, effective, and high quality that can bring some immediate or long-lasting impact on humanitarian issues. This year, we're calling developers to answer the call on climate change.
So here we are inviting people to create solutions, right?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, and who's going to tell them what the solutions are? They themselves, right?
Yeah. It's all up to them. We have just defined a theme, a problem statement, climate change, and it's up to them to come up with innovative ideas.
That's what I love about life. What I love about life is that sometimes we feel that somebody senior will suggest solutions to others. What I love is when brilliant young minds can think of how we can do it. All right. So I'm going to begin right from the beginning. And Rajiv, this first question of mine goes out to you. You know, all these conversations about AI taking over, all the things that COVID has caused, technology has come up to another level. What do you think in this entire milieu, what happens to the bichara human being? What do you think are the two or three most important human skills that are required for a human like me, a human like you, a human like the developer, to ensure that we are still needed, we are still relevant in the future of work?
So Ashish, first of all, let me start off by saying a huge fan, and it's an honor and pleasure to share the stage with you. So as we step into the future of work, I believe there are three human skills that we all need to be cultivating to be successful in the future workplace. And the first one is having a beginner's mindset. So a beginner's mindset is approaching anything without any preconceptions with an open mind, just like a beginner would do. It is a beginning of humility. It's the graceful acceptance that we all have the opportunity to learn from others, to learn from our experiences, and also from our setbacks. And as you rightly said, we are living in the age of technology disruption, which means that the shelf life of technology skills is very short. So if I
Yes.
begin to learn, as soon as I begin to learn the ropes of a particular piece of technology, no, it changes. There's something new that comes up. So it's important to cultivate the mindset of a continuous learner. We should be willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn. But the underpinning of a beginner's mindset is curiosity. Uh, a lot of times, the questions we ask are more valuable than the answers we find. I love this quote from Einstein. He said, I don't have any special talent, I'm just passionately curious. The
Love
second
it.
important human skill that I feel is going to be very, very crucial as we go forward is social intelligence. So, social intelligence is about communicating with people, connecting with people, collaborating with people. And in this world of artificial intelligence and virtual reality, I believe it's very important for us to be able to cultivate those deep, meaningful relationships with people. And as we
Mm,
move into a virtual world, the skill to be able to connect people with people in a virtual medium, to be able to build that trust, to be able to build that camaraderie, when we know that we may not have the luxury of a lot of in-personal interactions, I think
sure.
so is going to be important. And we are going to be working in a very diverse environment. We'll be working with people across geographies, different cultures, different backgrounds, different opinions, different generations, and the cultural intelligence to be able to understand, appreciate, and accept these diversity in a team and work collaboratively with them. Be a truly global citizen. I think so is going to be a differentiating skill. The third skill is creativity. Now, creativity is about bringing different approaches to the table to be able to look at something from various angles, the ability to connect the dots. And I think creativity, I make a distinction always between imagination and creativity. Creativity is just not about bringing ideas to the table, it's also about realizing an outcome. And to be creative, to be able to build creativity, it's important that we ask questions, the what if questions, the why not questions. It's also important to develop patience because if you have to have a creative solutions, you should be able to manage your distractions and focus and able to evaluate the various options that are in front of you and not jump to the one that comes to you first. But the most important thing for creativity is the ability to take calculated risks, to take risks, experiment, to fail, to learn from those failures and apply the learnings going forward. So, Ashish, I believe these are the three human skills that we all need to look to cultivate.
Rajiv, thanks
Let me
for
quickly,
those.
I have to say something, Priya, at this point to what Rajiv said. Rajiv, you have so brilliantly brought this all together. All right. And, I will share something. Okay, Priya, just a minute. This is exciting because I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes of a young developer who's curious, who's filled with ideas, is definitely passionate. It's from any part of the world. Just imagine. I'm just trying to imagine that from any part of the world. I belong to any part of the world, probably India. This is going out to people in India. Imagine I have an idea. It's just an idea. I know I have a degree of expertise, but what I have right now is just an idea. And there's a possibility that that idea can turn into reality. And the most interesting part, I'm not alone. Okay, I may feel that yeah, nobody's around me, but guess what? As you said, that it is across geography. So somebody in India is probably working with somebody in Venezuela, Rajiv, yeah, Priya, somebody in France, somebody at a different level who comes from a different background, who has possibly got slightly different pain points, but the same passion. And what is very exciting, what is very, very exciting for me in this entire thing is that we are now, there's a possibility of actually expanding that tribe. So in this period of physical and social distancing, you're not alone. Means I am excited when I get to know that, I am not cut away. I'm not away. I'm not isolated. No, I'm not. This is part of an, I can be a part of an extraordinary tribe which is contributing, and I'm contributing to them. So this open mind, the young mind which is passionate, has the possibility to connect and learn and to take corrections from people who are mentoring it. So Priya, and I believe you're going to be in charge of these guys, huh? These bright guys who are going to come in, okay, and come in and working with this tribe, and they are putting these things in place. How are you going to handle that, my friend? This is going to be something interesting, right?
Of course. So, Ashish, I read somewhere a few days back that life is about trusting your feelings, taking chances, finding happiness, and learning from the past, but also realizing that everything around us changes. And this change that we're talking about is happening so rapidly around us. I mean, change is knocking at our doors when we are least prepared for it. Change is sometimes cruel, sometimes uncertain, change is sometimes confusing, but in all respect, change is inevitable. And as you rightly said, it is this change that is providing us the opportunity for us to look at things around us, people around us, challenges and problems around us very differently. Look at it in a bigger picture, look at it in a larger perspective, and look at it in a perspective that gives you a purpose in your life. A purpose not only allows you to embrace the change, but it allows you to bring a positive twist while you are going through that change. And when you find that purpose, Ashish, it is never about you and me. It's about us. It's about you, about me, our families, our colleagues, our children, our neighbors, our friends, about all of us together as, like you rightly said, as a tribe with a lot of passion to redefining our future and a common purpose and a large ecosystem of all of us working in tandem, I think is that perfect combination that allows us to bring an exponential impact. And Call for Code is that platform. It's that platform that provides us the purpose, it provides us the technology framework, and it unites people like you and me who have the passion and who have the drive to bring a change across the world to work together for a common goal. And that's what makes my job, my responsibility, so much more exciting, because it gives me an opportunity to work with all of these people who are trying to be the change maker of tomorrow.
Wow. Wow. Just to share with you, Priya, just a few weeks back, I shot this video for Call for Code. And one of the things that struck me while we are doing this is to really connect that this solutions for the future are going to be created by people who are going to live in that future. So the powerful thing here is it's not the oldies who are going to tell people how the future is going to look like. It are people who are breathing in this present moment, who are actually going to be there when this future happens. They are going to be part of the solution. And what I find very, very powerful is that each one of us, dear friend, each one of us wants to be part of the solution. And as I see it, just imagine a young developer can see that she can have herself as a creator of a solution for what we are dealing with right now, which is climate change. So kudos. I'm pretty excited that this is truly a place where each one of us actually discovers our purpose in the work that we are doing and the impact that each one of these amazing developers can have on this world of ours. So here is one question, and I'm being the devil's advocate, Rajiv. Uh, why do you think such bright minds would need a challenge?
So, Ashish, I think what a challenge like Call for Code does, is to provide a platform for the developers, the problem solvers, the creative thinkers, to come together, to collaborate, and build open, sustainable solutions to solve social and humanitarian problems. So this year's theme is climate change. We are all passionate about it. So if there is a developer out there who wants to put his or her coding skills to good use to contribute to a larger cause, a challenge like Call for Code will give them the platform, the ecosystem of developers, and also all the tools that they would need required to do so. It's and what we've seen in Call for Code is, even if there's one single theme like climate change this year, the diversity of the creative solutions that come together is amazing. And when you put a cause, when you put a challenge, and when you put an ecosystem of developers together, it's amazing to see, almost magical, of what can be accomplished. So
Amazing.
that's the reason why I think we need a challenge to channelize the creative wisdom and the need and the urge in the developers to solve a problem for a higher cause.
It's fantastic. Just the description, that with how passionately you both are describing it, it's kind of, I'm salivating. I know nothing about developers, but I see this as an amazing possibility, because you see, at one end, when the young minds and the other, a young mind with their thoughts, with their unbelievable dreams coming together to create solutions which were probably never ever thought of. On the other end are professionals, high-end professionals, top professionals of the world, providing them with a platform and mentoring. So for me, how it seems right now is, I'm sure a whole lot of these developers are working in some organizations and they have come here to take this challenge, right? Is that correct? So, for me, how it turns out is that each one of them is going to expand their minds, expand the horizons in which they can be thinking and believing in. And I'm very clear, even after they go back to their parent organization, that person is going to be a new one. They're going to say, whoa, how are you thinking this way? Because I guess that person is going to say that, you know what, I was with top professionals and, we could do it this way. And, they suggested, I thought of this and they suggested this could be the way forward. For me, it is like the expanded mind will never again reduce and settle for the less. I'll give you examples. Look, I'm a professional actor and I also, go out and speak and I go out and learn. Because each time I have conversations like this, I get to learn from so much. And I promise you, Priya and Rajiv, when I go back to my acting, the day after tomorrow as I go and shoot, this is a rejuvenated actor. This guy is not that same actor who was earlier shooting that film and come back. For me, this mind has been ignited with thoughts which are so beyond what I ever thought was possible. So I think now this is my vision of it. I love it when a creative process is set in. I would love to have somebody, and we have a guest here who has participated in the program. And let us take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome Ajinkya. Swagat hai.
Hello. Hi,
How are
everyone.
you?
I'm good.
How
How
are
are you?
we? So I believe you've heard of IBM, right?
Yeah.
And you did answer the call last
Yep.
year.
Yes, I did. Like my team did.
Yeah, you did, and your team did.
Yes.
Fantastic. And how was it for you?
It was amazing. Like, I wish I could relive it. But yeah, it was like amazing.
So, what did you go and create? I'm sure you initially had an idea which you would have pitched to them, right?
Yeah.
So, what was the idea and what got created? If you can just take us through it.
Yeah. So, like we are all aware of the problems that farmers face due to climate change. Like they take huge loans from the banks, to sow their crops, and suddenly they get hit by like a disaster like drought, or like there is a hurricane and the crops and their yields are destroyed. So how do you answer these challenges? Like, how do you answer the call? Like, so we developed a solution. The solution is called Agroli, and Agroli is a platform that uses artificial intelligence and machine learning to tell farmers about the crop water requirements and the temperature requirements and all the problems they are going to face in the future. We basically answer five major questions like what to plant, when to plant, where to plant, irrigation requirements, and when to harvest, and and in the end, like what to expect. So that is what the platform is, and like that is what our idea was.
I loved it. I just loved what you just said. That is what our idea was, and that is what this platform is. So
Yes,
from which was something which was just an idea at one point has now turned into a platform. Yeah?
yes,
How
definitely.
does it feel? How does it feel, Ajinkya? You have created a platform which is impacting I don't know how many farmers. How does it feel for you? Tell me, how does that, what is that feeling for you, my friend?
It feels great because like to have developed something like that is going to uh, help a lot of people, like make their lives easier. It really feels great, like yeah.
It just feels so great just listening to you, my friend, that you
Yeah.
are now you are the solution. You're not just somebody who's reporting that this is the problem that they're having. You are part of the solution. How old were you when you started off on this journey, this idea, when you just had this idea?
So I was 26, graduated from, like, freshly graduated from Pace University, masters in
Yeah.
computer science. Yeah.
All right. And you were 26, and now you are, how old are you now?
27.
So 1 year back from an idea, you've turned it into a platform. I
Yes.
mean, did
Yeah.
did you did you ever imagine? I think I'm just a question. Did you ever imagine that your project will be supported by IBM?
Never. Like when we started, right, like we were not sure, like we there was even, like, we thought like there is not even a 1% chance that we will be in the finalist, and like the whole idea was to, like, develop a solution and go ahead with it, like not worry about whether we are going to win or not. Just develop the solution, make sure that impacting the lives of people in a very good way. Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. This really kind of, tell me, Ajinkya. Now you are somebody who has developed a system. I'm sure this is something which is going to be a lifelong habit for you, right?
Yes.
To
Yeah.
turn ideas into reality.
Yeah. Like, and like since the time we have won, we are continuously doing that. Bringing in new features and working on amazing things daily, especially with developers from IBM. And
So it is,
hmm?
yes, it is part of an ongoing journey of yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super duper, super duper. So can you tell people who may be interested, who probably are thinking, "Nahi yaar, but I may not get selected." Okay, what would you want to tell those people? Tell us something about your very personal experience. What do you think? How do you feel that at the age of 27 you have created something? And what I loved is how you were sharing that it's a developing story. What would you like to share with your fellow friends?
Yeah. See, there is a very high chance, like, even for us, like, it was a very high chance that we won't be getting selected, and like while developing this solution, like my team was scattered in three different time zones, and like it was extremely challenging. Like there was we didn't even expect, like, to make it to the top five, and we were only developing solution to help the farmers, at that time. Like we are already aware, like, of all the challenges that farmers face, like, in India, and our main goal was to answer the call, to make sure, we are doing everything on our end. Like winning is like something that is like in God's hand. So like not something that we can control, but like to really develop a solution, like, dedicate work towards it, and like to help people around you, like like winning and losing, it's going to keep happening, but like to develop a solution that will help people is very important.
You mentioned another thing, that you had people working across time zones. So how was the experience working with people? People probably didn't even speak the language that you spoke. Would that be
Yeah,
easy?
so
Yeah.
one of my teammate is from Taiwan. Like she was in Taiwan at that time, and another teammate was in Mongolia, and me and my other teammate were two of us were in New York, and what we used to do is like we used to code like 24/7. Like I used to code throughout the day, and push it to a repository, and like my friends in other time zone, they used to pick up the code and start working from there, and it was a 24/7 cycle, and it was like pretty amazing because and a lot of times uh, we had a lot of late nights, and it was a lot of fun. So that is why I said, like I wish I could relive it.
You are reliving it, my friend. You are reliving it.
Yes.
And what you shared, Ajinkya, was amazing. It was, I can see the excitement. Do you see the excitement in his eyes even today? I mean, that is what I call achievement. And Priya and Rajiv, this is now a quick question to you both. Tell me, you see that excitement in his eyes. You see that victory in his eyes. This 27-year-old has victory coming out of his eyes. How does it feel for you? You go first, Raju. How does it feel that you as an individual at some point have contributed to somebody like Ajinkya? You as an individual are in the process of contributing to some unknown person at this point. What is that experience for you, my friend?
So, Ashish, given I have the opportunity to talk to you, I am going to use a famous dialogue from one of my favorite Bollywood movies, Bawarchi, wherein the protagonist Rajesh Khanna says, "अपने लिए तो हर कोई करता है, पर दूसरों के लिए करने में जो मजा है, जो सुख है, that is unparalleled. Everybody does." Always for something, that's for ourselves. But when we do something for others, the joy that you feel is unparalleled. So in my career journey, I have benefited from a lot of people who supported me, guided me, and gave me their time and support. In many instances. So I think this is an opportunity to give back, and there is true joy when you do contribute even a little bit to somebody who's doing their bit for a larger cause.
Kya baat hai. Priya, the same question for you. How does it feel that you have a role to play in that twinkle in his eyes?
So I very firmly believe that falling in love with code means falling in love with problem solving and becoming part of a forever ongoing conversation. And the conversations begin right here, conversations about sharing, about learning, solving a problem, about making a difference, of creating a society. And I feel truly humble to be part of this conversation and this motion going forward from here.
To put it very simply, I'm touched. I'm really, look, what should I say? I have a child who is studying computer science, and I understand his passion. I understand the passion that I see in the eyes of Ajinkya. I, in fact, understand the passion that I see in your eyes, Priya and Rajiv. And I know that there are people like this, passionate people out there who have a dream. I'll share something which Ajinkya spoke of. Many years back when in Delhi, we used to go for auditions, and then many auditions didn't work out. Yeah. They would just call me and nothing would happen. And one day a friend of mine said, "Chal yaar, ek aur jagah chalte hain. Let's go and meet this producer." I said, "Nothing, yaar. I don't get that job." And he said something amazing to me. He said, "Ashish, na to hai hi." He said, in English it would mean, "Hey Ashish, in any case there is a no. Let's go." And that is something which, Ajinkya, I heard in what you said.
Yeah.
If you don't try, there is a no. But the name of the game, dear friends, that I have discovered in life is there can be 10,000 reasons why you will be very clear that it cannot be done. I'm inviting you to look for that one reason, that you can. And I promise you, nothing is more fulfilling than giving it your best shot, knowing fully well that as you create something, not only will you be creating something for yourself, but most importantly, you'll be creating something for this world of ours. Because climate change is something which is impacting each one of us. And dear friend, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to be part of the solutioning, which is going to impact the entire world. Uh, Dear Ajinkya, dear Priya, dear Rajiv, what should I say? I'm touched by this entire effort that you have brought out with Call for Code, and right now, answer the call. I really think this is an opportunity for each one of us to get together and be part of the solution. Thank you so very much, Priya, for your time. Thank you so very much, Rajiv, for your time. Thank you so very much, Ajinkya, for your commitment and your time. I promise you that twinkle in your eyes will remain with us. And that is what we live for. Thank you once again for joining us on this episode of Living Forward. All of you who are watching, we would love to hear your thoughts, how you, I, and all of us can contribute towards the solutions that we all need. And remember, enough of all the oldies suggesting, let's create an atmosphere, an ecosystem when the young can blossom and really have their name written with the solutions for the future. At this point, I want to thank each one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Priya, final words from you, Rajiv, and finally, you will have a word, Ajinkya. Over to you, Priya. What do you say in the end?
Magic happens, so try your luck.
Magic happens. Fantastic. Rajiv,
Answer the call.
answer the call. Fantastic. Ajinkya,
Same. Answer the call.
fantastic. Answer the call. It could be that call that you're waiting for. It's coming up in this way. Thank you, everybody. Alshukran Bandhu, Alshukran Zindagi. Let's keep powering and let's keep creating solutions and supporting each other as we all discover the amazing in our life. Thank you very much. See you next time on Living Forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.